This is the news. The dust is settling on the India and Pakistan recent hostilities, and new details from the country's military strikes and Islamabad's retaliatory counterfire keeps emerging. One of the many revelations from the military action is that the Indian Air Force deftly neutralized the Chinese-made PL-15E air-to-air missile fired by Pakistan. At the press briefing on May 12th, Indian officials displayed the wreckage of the rocket, with Indian Air Force's Air Marshal A.K. Bharti confirming that Islamabad had employed advanced Chinese weaponry, including the PL-15E missile, in its strike against India. Now, in a significant development, the international intelligence community, including the Five Eyes nations, have expressed interest in accessing parts of the missile for a detailed examination. But why are countries wanting the PL-15 missile wreckage? We analyze and get you the answer. According to news reports, Indian authorities retrieved fragments of a PL-15 missile in a field in Punjab's Hoshiarpur district. This was after Pakistan rained down a swarm of drones and missiles on civilian and military infrastructure, targeting areas such as Jammu and Kashmir, Rajasthan, and Punjab. Pakistan had, in fact, launched an attack using up to 400 drones. In these exchanges, parts of Pakistan's Chinese-built PL-15E missiles fell inside Indian territory. This includes one missile that reportedly came down near the village of Kamahi Devi in the Hoshiarpur district of the Punjab region, with significant portions intact. Moreover, smaller PL-15 parts were reportedly found elsewhere in Punjab after the air battle. Later, on May 12th, in a press briefing, wreckage of the PL-15 missile was displayed. Additionally, wreckage of long-range rockets, loiter munitions, and unmanned aerial systems, including Turkish-origin, Yeeha, and Songar drones, which were brought down by India's air defense systems, was also displayed. With India announcing that it had found the debris of the PL-15 missile, many global powers, including the Five Eyes nations, along with France and Japan, want access to it. According to experts, the recovery of the Chinese-made missile is a boon, as it will be able to provide valuable details about its capabilities and limitations, which can then be used to help with the development of new countermeasures and tactics, techniques, and procedures. In fact, France and Japan, which have heavily invested in advanced air-to-air missile systems, will gain knowledge from the secretive PL-15 missile. The foreign countries are hoping to ascertain the missile's radar signature, motor composition, guidance technology, and possibly even the elusive architecture of its ELSA, active electronically scanned array, radar. France especially would be wanting to study the missile, as it is considered a direct threat to the Meteor missile. With a ramjet propulsion system and a significant no-escape zone, the Meteor has long been the benchmark for air dominance. However, the PL-15E's longer range and AESA guidance have positioned it as a formidable rival. Pakistan's use of the PL-15 missile, a first in warfare, also highlights China's growing role as a military supplier. The Five Eyes and Japan view Beijing's expanding influence in Asia as a strategic challenge, especially in the Indo-Pacific security framework. While experts note that the PL-15 missile wreckage presents a windfall, it is still be ascertained if intelligence can be gleaned from it. It is unclear if critical components of the missile are intact, but what's the big deal over the PL-15 missile? The PL-15 is a beyond visual range air-to-air missile, BVRAM, designed by China's Luoyang-based China Airborne Missile Academy, CAMA. It has a maximum operational range reportedly between 200 to 300 kilometers, and even up to 400 kilometers under certain conditions. The missile employs active radar guidance, satellite navigation, and inertial navigation systems, and uses a dual-pulse solid-fuel rocket motor, allowing it to reach speeds greater than Mach 4. The PL-15 is often compared to the US-made AIM-120D, which has a range of around 160 kilometers and a top speed of Mach 4. The PL-15 is believed to perform better in both speed and range. It is also comparable to the European Meteor missile, with a range of 100 to 200 kilometers. The Meteor, manufactured by MBDA, is known for its ramjet propulsion and large no-escape zone. Chinese analysts, however, have questioned the Meteor's effectiveness. Military expert Song Xinjia told state broadcaster CCTV that the Meteor's ramjet engine could create drag due to its too large air intakes, potentially reducing its performance. He added that the PL-15 used a dual-pulse solid rocket motor. It rapidly accelerates to Mach 3+ in seconds during its initial phase, then coasts inertially before reigniting in the terminal phase, creating two no-escape zones at different ranges, Song said. Until now, the PL-15 missile has been shrouded in mystery. Indian specialists are set to unpack the missile and study it to reverse engineer it. That would give India an advantage over China that uses a variant of the missile. This missile will be opened up and inspected. The findings could end up giving the IAF a huge edge in the years ahead. The most notable part that specialists would look into would be the missile's seeker system. A missile seeker system is a critical component that allows it to detect, track, and home in on the target. If the adversary gains access to the seeker system, they can learn about its confidential specifications and capabilities, its vulnerabilities and limitations, and gain insights into countermeasures, jamming, guidance, and other critical aspects. That's all for now from Mr. Inside News, bringing you the stories that shape our world. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe.